Hey guys, welcome to my Venus through Signs series. This is for Venus in Libra. So if in your birth chart Venus is sitting in the sign of Libra, this is for you. This can also apply if you have Libra as your seventh house. So that would make you Aries rising. All right, so I have explained previously how to find your Venus. That is in the description box below. Also, guys, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Especially these Venus series. I've been having to put the word out. Those of you that are cross-watching, I just feel like people are still sleeping on the Venus readings, and I'm just trying to get that out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, King of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Tower, and the Devil. Okay, and this is for the month of May 2019. Okay, so the central issue here, I'm getting earth and air. There needs to be some sort of adjustments. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, it does not have to be those signs, but it is sticking out. And it looks like, I almost feel like one person is expressing something to the other person. Maybe the other person is ignoring you. You're being ignored, especially if you are the air sign. But it looks like maybe you shared something with someone, or you're trying to get someone's attention, or you're asking for a favor. There's something that you're needing here. But I feel like maybe this person is not listening, or this person is unaware of something that you've done for them. I don't know. I just kind of feel like something is going unnoticed. So, I mean, that can go for whether or not you're single or in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, maybe there's a need for you and your partner to have some sort of compromise. Maybe you need help and just need to ask them, set your ego aside and ask your partner for some sort of assistance. If you are single, this is looking like maybe you want to give someone, want to get someone's attention, or maybe you've already kind of put it out there that you're interested, but you didn't get a response, or this person is just not paying attention to you. Now, it could be too that somebody is too busy to notice something. Someone is preoccupied with work. I also feel like you yourself also may need to focus on your work, or you need to find a way to channel your gift into your work. I'm seeing someone who is very passionate about something. So you might be trying to earn a living from your passion, or if this is your 9 to 5, you like your 9 to 5. It looks like it anyway. It looks like you're really passionate about what you're doing, and you're taking it very serious, paying attention to all the details, trying to learn all that you can learn. I also see a relationship that takes time to grow or develop. I feel like someone is thinking about the other person, but they have their own way of showing it. It may even go unnoticed. I see something coming out. There's going to be something that gets revealed that maybe changes your perspective on relationships, or changes your perspective on this person. You yourself could be going through some sort of awakening. But usually this is having to break down some sort of belief system. Like you're coming to the realization of something about your relationship or about yourself personally. You may also receive some sort of invitation to a new job, or someone might unexpectedly invite you to something, but I also feel like you might learn that someone is very aggressive, or someone has some sort of sexual addiction. Someone may have tendencies that aren't healthy. So, sexual tendencies. Maybe they sleep with too many people. I don't know. Maybe they have a codependency to drugs or alcohol. Maybe you're looking at someone in a different light and you're like, damn, you're a manipulator, or you're a narcissist. Or maybe that's how someone is viewing you. Someone could turn out to be an energy vampire like. This is a little off of love, but I also feel like something's going on with your work situation. So I don't know too if maybe your love life is affected by your job, or your job is affected by your love life. So maybe your partner is so busy they never notice anything and they're just like addicted to work. Maybe you decide to break off things because they're so addicted to their work. You're like, well, I feel like you're more into your job than me, so I'm done with this. You can marry your job. I also feel too that there could be some sort of sudden change with your job. I don't know too if you were having an affair with your boss or a coworker. I'm also getting intense attraction, or intense, like something's coming off as temptation. Someone may have been trying to ignore you because they're in a relationship. So they notice you, but they're not giving you any attention because they're like, I know me. If I give this person attention, you know, we're not going to be friends. We can't just be coworkers. I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have to sleep with them. So I almost feel like someone looks, I don't know, it's like they collect trophy pieces. Like someone can't control their sexual appetite almost. I'm going to look at the Tower a little bit. I also think some of you are going to be surprised at the fact that this, like you're going to be able to relate to your Vedic Venus as well as your Western Venus. So in Western, you might be Venus in Scorpio, and in here you might be Venus, Western, you might be Venus in Libra. Did I say that right? You know what I mean. You might just find that you are connecting with your Western Venus or your Vedic Venus more than the other. So there's something, you're having some sort of realization or breakdown of your mentality here. Something forces you to see something or to go in a different direction. Or there's like a sudden change of plans. Your attention is being redirected because of something that happens or something that comes out. See, I feel like you're going in a different direction. You were headed in one direction, but this Tower moment had to happen and force you on another path. I'm thinking of, you know, how alternate realities, like if you imagine a linear timeline, something happens where the timeline breaks off and it doesn't exist anymore because now you're in a different timeline. So those of you that are metaphysical, maybe that makes sense to you. But I feel like something about your reality get shifted, or you realize that you're on a different timeline. Now, that might be something to bring it back down to more reality, something about moving to a different time zone. So I don't know if you're thinking about relocating, like especially if you already planned on relocating or moving or taking a trip, and you were like, okay, I'm going to take a trip here. Something happens, or like you already set the date. You're like, I'm going for my trip on this date. Something happens that either you have to change the date of your trip, or you have to change where you were going. It's like, oh, I'm no longer going to be able to go to St. Louis on this day. I have to go the following month. You know, I just kind of get like your reality is being shifted. I also see some sort of choice happening out of nowhere and having to decide. I almost feel like 1 minute you are, especially if you're single, 1 minute you're single, and out of the blue, bam, 2 people that can change the course of your life. Period. I see you also hearing from someone who you did not know was paying attention to you. So you thought someone ignored you. You thought somebody wasn't listening, whether it be a love interest, a crush, or the person that you're with. And all of a sudden they do something to show you that it's just like, bam, I was paying attention. I'll show you. So someone is bringing something to your attention. Yeah, see, it's proof. Someone is showing you or proving to you that they heard you or that they were listening. Like you could have been talking to your partner and you felt like you were just running your mouth and talking about, what do you call it, the anniversary, or talking about going to this restaurant, and you know, you didn't get a response, so they were like, and then you were left feeling like they didn't even hear me, they don't even care, they weren't listening. And then the next thing you know, they're coming home like, I bought you this dress, we're going to whatever place, you know, that you were talking about, I made reservations, and it's like, what? I didn't even think you were listening. Or if you call yourself telling someone how you felt, and then you were like, I guess they didn't, you know, it went, my attempt or my flirtation went under the radar. And then all of a sudden this person is sending you a friend request or sending you a private message. And it's just like, oh my God, I didn't think they even noticed or were paying attention. I just kind of feel like overall the Tower is about your reality being shattered and restructured. You're being set on a different path. Now also, yeah, it could be that you end up breaking up if you're in a relationship, especially if it's due to someone else coming into the picture. Someone that you have like some sort of intense attraction to, and it brings you outside of your character. Maybe you're normally a very loyal person, and then all of a sudden this person just kind of blows that all out the water. Like your character changes within an instant. It's just like, damn, the person I built myself up to be got destroyed in 0.2 seconds. Like, how did you do that? Like, that's so not me. Like, I would never cheat on my spouse. I would never kiss a stranger. I would never, you know, so it's just kind of like everything that you've built up about yourself gets demolished within seconds, basically. So for some of you, yeah, it is about becoming single or independent, and you're learning something about yourself. This is you kind of maybe having some sort of enlightenment about yourself or doing some sort of soul searching. You're realizing your self-worth. You're realizing that you are valuable. Some of you may be tired of waiting to get recognized by someone. And two, it's almost like maybe someone comes into your life at a period where you're vulnerable, or there's like a weak spot, and someone kind of penetrates that weak spot. And because you were ignored, now they've got your attention, and they're able to kind of uplift you or put you on a pedestal or give you whatever attention that you feel like you deserve here. And someone is probably talking in your ear and saying, I can do all the things that your spouse isn't doing. Or even if that's not the actual words that are coming out of somebody's mouth, that's kind of what their actions are saying. And that's what you're thinking. Maybe they didn't even say that, but that's what you're thinking. You're like, they're doing all the things that my spouse would never do for me. Or partner if you're not married, but you get it. Again, I'm getting like air and earth coming out. Strong air and earth. I see also someone is intimidated by the other person's presence for whatever. I also see someone who has they have like a different side to themselves. Maybe someone has a secret sexual fetish, or they're into something kinky or freaky. I don't know. I just feel like someone comes off very shy, very reserved, but inside of them is a beast. It's like, don't unleash this. Don't be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. You know, you might look at someone and they're like, oh, they're so shy, they're so innocent, oh my God. And then all of a sudden they unleash the beast. This could also be you. Maybe you are someone who hides. You're very subtle with your desires, your thoughts, and someone get you in a bedroom and it's just like, you know, so something's going on where someone maybe has two different sides of them. Now, I'm also getting the energy of someone who's being very stubborn. Like I was saying earlier, it feels like they aren't paying attention to you, but then they go out and do something to show that they were listening or they did hear you. But then I feel like they go back into hiding, or they retreat after that. They recoil, they pull back. And you're like, what happened? They left me, they put me on hold again. I feel too like if this is more so like a crush or a love interest where it's nothing really going on, or nothing's really been developed or established between the two of you, I feel like somebody is going through something personal. So this is why they come in and they come out. You see them on their good days. They're communicating with you on their good days. When they're ignoring you, they're going through something personal. They might be struggling to let go of a codependent situation, because I also see that too, some sort of codependent situation. Someone who maybe wants to leave, but at the same time, this is all they know, they're comfortable. Or maybe it's a money thing. They can't let go because of money, or maybe it's because someone throws the child in the other person's face. Well, you know, I have your child, so let's stay together for the children. And it could be sex too. It's something materialistic. It's maybe someone is stuck in a low vibrational relationship, even though they long for something more. They long for something spiritual, something more emotional, and they lack that. And maybe they see that in you. Someone also might be on your page and researching and studying you and just trying to see what you're all about, but they can't really open up, either because they're shy or because they're stuck. So I do see someone who is torn. I also see someone is really focused on their money. Very minimal emotion is coming out. We got the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups, but these are kind of centered on the self. Someone also might be self-absorbed, whether that is you or the other person. If you're having trouble connecting with other people, you might be too introverted. There may be a need for you to open yourself up or to allow other people to get to know you. If you're with your spouse, you still might be too introverted. You probably need to give your spouse a chance. I do see something that is ending. So for some of you, you guys could be on the verge of a breakup before the month is out, or your relationship is going through some deep transformation, or you yourself are just going through some sort of deep transformation without your partner. Like, and maybe things are now uneven, because especially if you've had a spiritual awakening and you feel like your partner or spouse is still, you know, like the walking dead or the living dead. They're like cattle or sheep. They just do whatever society, they jump on all the bandwagons, they do everything without thinking or questioning things, and you're just like, what's wrong with you? You know, I'm changing, like I question things now, and you're still stuck. So you might be kind of also teeter-tottering or straddling the fence, like should you break up with this person or should you hold on to it? Like you're struggling with something. Again, if this isn't happening to you, then it could be happening to your person of interest. They're struggling, they're undecided, someone is conflicted, you know, and therefore they're sending off mixed signals because they are in the middle of a breakup here. I also feel like if someone is single, the energy is still mixed, because it's like they're single and then they're not single. That's because they're dealing with someone who is kind of permanent but in and out. It also could be a love-hate relationship too. Like this is one of those situations where someone complains about their relationship. All I do is vent and complain, but then the next thing you know, they're still with them. It's like, well, why are you still with them? Stop telling me that, but you're still with this person. So you might be in an awkward situation where you need to decide is it worth holding on to this person and their drama, or should you just let them go? I also see someone getting drunk and saying something while they're drunk that is irreversible damages. It's like saying something under the influence that ends things for good, or that forever changes a relationship. And it's just like, so it could be that someone talks about how they feel about the other person while they're drunk, and it's just like that relationship is forever changed now because they've expressed some sort of suppressed feelings for you, or you them, like you got drunk and you said all this stuff and they're just like, you just changed the dynamics of the whole relationship. I can't look at you professionally anymore. I can't look at you as my friend anymore. I can't look at you as this anymore because you said something. Now everything's changed. Or you got drunk and you kissed the person. I feel like it's more so about something that was said when the other person was drunk. Or if you're in a relationship and you just kind of blurted out, I'm bored, I wish we would break up, or a fantasize, I don't know, somebody said something real out of order that caused severe damages, and it's like there's no going back. Like, I can't be with you if you feel that way. So I feel like now you're going to be left trying to figure some things out this month. You're going to be reflecting and making rearrangements to your life, cutting people out, letting go of things that were dead, moving on. You're just restructuring. You're asking yourself all these questions, like you're concerned about your finances, you're concerned about your living situation. So I feel like this is more so geared towards people who are going through some sort of of breakup. If you're single, there is a possibility that someone might express how they feel to you that changes everything, but it makes you happy, but at the same time, everything is different now. Someone is considering you, basically, but I don't see anything panning out just yet. All right, so I hope this has helped. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.